Hey everybody, Adam here with Hometown Acres. Welcome back to part 2 of our garage makeover. In the first part, we worked on cleaning up our workbench here. We built those PVC mounts for our 20-volt tools. We bought a toolbox to organize all of our hand tools. And we also went over to neighbor Doug's and we built some wall hanging brackets for our chainsaws to get them off of the garage floor. Today, where we're gonna focus our attention is this part of the garage over here. You can see we've got a shelf over here that's just completely disorganized, loaded full of stuff. We've got stuff sitting on the floor. And so what I have found to be the best way to tackle a mess like this is to just pull everything out. Give yourself a blank slate to start working. So that's where we're gonna get started, is pulling all this stuff out. And then hopefully by the end of this video, this will be a lot more organized. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so I think we've got the workshop just about wrapped up. We've got some odds and ends of things we still need to find a home for, but in the last video, we got the workbench taken care of, and in this one, we got this whole side and this back corner taken care of. Now, the kayak that was mounted up here, the reason we moved that is because we want this to be like the shop side of the garage. So we ended up taking that, getting it off that valuable real estate wall over there, and moving it over to this wall here. That way it's up out of the way, and we can store tools over here. Then we took our bikes and we flat mounted them up on the ceiling here. That way they're not swinging down and hitting anybody in the head. And then we spent a considerable amount of time back here in this corner putting that shelf in and getting all of our power tools mounted to the wall, creating a spot for our chains, bars, and just all of our PPE, 2-cycle mix, bar oil. All that stuff is contained back in this corner. Now, I do have a plan for this snowplow for the side-by-side. I want to put this on a dolly so I can move it around in here whenever I need to, and I'm not dragging it across the concrete floor and scratching the concrete in here. But I do think during the winter months, I'm gonna leave the snow blade parked right there, and then I'll end up parking the side-by-side right here. So if we do get snow, it's easy enough just to hook right up, go out, plow the snow, bring it back in, drop the blade, and then I can use the side-by-side for whatever else I normally use it for, hauling firewood or chainsaws or any of that good stuff. The last big upgrade to the shop is one we took out of Doug's book, which is this ceiling-mounted Vac Master remote-controlled shop vac. And the nice thing about this is it gets your cord up out of the way, it gets the shop vac up out of the way, and you don't need a ladder to climb up there to turn it on and off. It's remote-controlled right here from the nozzle. If anybody's interested in this, I'll make sure to put a link to our Amazon store down below. So one of the most common comments we get whenever we go over to Doug's shop, or I'm expecting we'll start getting now that we've cleaned up our shop here a little bit and we have some organization going on, is who has the time to do that? Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I probably only have 2 to 3 days invested in my shop right now. Now, there's still a lot more that I could do, but I'm pretty happy with the way that it looks right now. I think I'm way more organized than I was 3 days ago. I knocked this out in between Thanksgiving and Christmas when the weather is starting to turn sour. And what else are you gonna do when it's snowing and sleeting and raining and 35 degrees outside except sit inside and watch TV? So I think my time was much better spent out here working on the garage, where now when I walk in the shop door, I'm overcome with this sense of pride on knowing that we've taken what was a disaster and made it into something that I can be proud of. So I guess what I'm saying is, if your garage looks anything like ours did at the beginning of this garage makeover series we've put together, and your excuse is you don't have the time, I promise you, once you get started, it's not gonna take as long as you think. And once you get started, you're not gonna wanna stop. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this one, give me a big thumbs up, click that subscribe button. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.